Nathan, first of all, back after the break now. For the lads who haven't been away, what's it been like? Has it been a matter of kind of getting a bit of a mental and sometimes a physical reset for some of the lads and just getting ready to go again?
Yeah, I definitely use that time to reset, spend a little time with the family you don't usually get, and reset, come back in, hungry to train, hungry to play again. It feels like forever since we last played, and you get that little bit of hunger and desire. You just want that next game to come around again, and looking forward to Saturday.
Well, you're not used to this though, are you? Because we're one of the old stages now, so you're normally a Saturday, Tuesday guy every week. To get an international break for Vale's not all been that common, has it?
Absolutely. I mean, we can see how many Saturday, Tuesdays we've had so far this year. To have such a big break, it's been 2 weeks pretty much now for the next game, and it kind of feels a little bit like forever. You feel a bit lost, not playing at a weekend. But like I say, you get that hunger and desire. You just want that next game to come now, and we're looking forward to it.
And that next one is, I keep saying this, but they're all big ones, aren't they? You're up against a side that's been up towards the top of the league. They've had a really good start as well. It's not like you're being eased back into it, really, is it? You're going straight back into one of the sides in the top end.
No, I mean, this whole league's competitive, but they've had a great start. They're on the back of a promotion. They're riding a wave, and we'll go there looking to impose ourselves on what they want to do, and hopefully a good result for us. But like you say, tough team. We're planning for it. We're prepping for it. We're excited to play, especially after such a big break.
When you've had the run of results that you've had recently, what are the priorities that you have to try and get right when not just coming back after a break, but when you've been in a sequence of results? What are the main things that you have to try and get right in the early stages of games like this?
I think it's just your basics. You run hard, compete, basic passes, complete them, and then build on that and go again. But like I say, it's the same mantra, same thought of going into every game as be as competitive as we can and try and impose ourselves on the opposition, no matter who they are and their playing style.
For your own point of view now, you know midway through a season where you've captained for the first time, properly if you like, but how's that gone for you? I know you've talked briefly about it, but has it been any much of a learning curve for you? Are there different things that you've learned from having that responsibility?
Yeah, you have a different set of responsibilities on the pitch and off the pitch. Behind the scenes, you get a lot more things asked of you, and I'm really enjoying that role. I'm enjoying being lent on and asked to do things that perhaps I wasn't asked before, and it's something that just adds to my career and the enjoyment of it. The responsibility, I enjoy responsibility at the end of the day, and I think this has given me that extra little bit in it. And like I say, I am really enjoying it.
Have you spoken to any of the lads who've been captain before, or anybody who's got kind of that experience to build some of that into you, or are you completely your own man?
No, I think you've got to be naive not to take things from other people that you liked as a player as to play alongside. I mean, I speak to TC all the time. He's my best friend, and like I say, take little bits from what he ask him advice on little things. But like you say, you take things from every captain you've played alongside, and you're trying to roll that into the guy you want to become and want players to want to play with.
Even at your stage of your career now, how do you think you're still developing and changing and improving as a player? Because, you know, what was it, 400 odd games that we talked about last year, but are you still improving? Are you still getting better, do you feel?
Yeah, I think if you accept who you are and don't ever try to improve and try to adapt, then you'll fall by the wayside. Football's always evolving, so you have to, as a player, and you have to evolve to certain managers' playing styles and what they ask of you. So if you're not improving, like I say, you'll fall by the wayside, and you'll find yourself not being picked and perhaps not without a club. So I'm always improving, always looking to ways to improve, and always trying to learn.
What have you taken from the manager? Because obviously you play the same position as him, so has he helped in some ways in maybe teaching you things that you didn't know, or tips and things that you can take on to improve yourself?
Yeah, I think every set of managers and coaches you have bring along their strengths and tweak your game and help you to improve the best of your ability. And like I say, our playing style slightly changed. He's asking different things of me, and they're always telling you the things that they believe that you can improve on and how to do that. So I think I'm enjoying my time under the gaffer and the coaches that are here, and like I say, trying to learn as much as I can and be the best player I can be.
Are you more of a well-rounded player? Because like you say, you've played in back four, now you're in a three, you've been in the middle, either side of that three as well, with different jobs to do. So do you feel you're perhaps a more well-rounded player this year?
I think that when you play a certain amount of games and you play in a certain amount of positions, you add another string to your bow of what you can do and what you're capable of. I think that comes with games, and you can't get that at a young age. And now I've played so many that it helps you round yourself as a player. It gives you that knowledge of different positions. and even when you're playing in a certain position, how the person in the other position wants to receive the ball or how he wants to be communicated to, it helps you understand what the people around you want from you. So yeah, I enjoy playing in all these positions. It just helps me as a player.
And the last thing, it sounds like, I remember interviewing you when you first got in the team, and that sounds like a long time ago, but it's not. But the thing that strikes a lot of people is the maturity and how you've matured, not just as a footballer, but as a person. Do you kind of get that impression as well, that all the experiences you've gone through have made you a better person for being a footballer at Port Vale and for being a captain as well?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, I remember my first ever interview after Bradford away with Lee Blakeman. I was more nervous for that than I was for the game. So that goes to show what type of person I was off the pitch, away from football. So yeah, I think football grows you as a person on and off the pitch. And I would say I've definitely matured from my early stages. And like you say, it helps you as a player to understand what other people want, because you're not always concentrating on just yourself when you begin to learn them sort of things along the way.
He'll love that you've name dropped him now. You know that, don't you? He'll absolutely love that.
I might be miles off of this, Nathan, but do you think you always get a fair go from referees? Because I'm thinking of the Portsmouth game. There was a 50-50 with Colby Bishop in the first couple of minutes. That went against you, and it seemed as though you didn't get many sort of calls in your favour. I just wondered, would you be like a tenacious type of defender? How important is it that refs sort of understand what you're doing?
I think just as players and teams do, refs do their homework and they know who they're going to be reffing. If they didn't, then they'd be losing maybe a hand in the game, where if they did, when they do the homework, it helps. So whatever they do behind the scenes, they're obviously doing the work on the players that are going to be reffing, and if that may be part of it, that may be part of it.
Yeah, you're pretty philosophical about it.
I don't want to get myself into trouble.
Yeah. I don't want to get you in trouble. No, that's fine. I tell you what I wanted to ask you about as well is Mansfield tickets sold out 1,600 within 200 days. Having been at Vale for so long, you know all about Super Vale away, and the away support.
Yeah.
Just how important is that, and how important will it be again for that game?
Yeah, I think when you play home and away, the fans can play a massive part in it. And to see how quickly they sold out for the cup game and how many were going to be taken, it's something that you look forward to and something that you remember. They're always on form, especially when they're away, so we look forward to the game and what noise they're going to bring with them.